My name is Clifton Kea, and I grew up in North Carolina, Edgecombe County, in a family of 4 brothers and 2 sisters. And it was tough back in then. I graduated from Coneta High School, but racism was really going on back in those days. A lot of places you go to in town, it was white only fountain, white only bus stop. Colored people go on one side, white people go on the other side. A lot of restaurants, you couldn't go in and sit down and eat. You had to go to the back window, order your food. So things were very, very strict back in those days. So I decided, I tried to get a job at the Navy Hospital. And they told me, said, maybe if you join the Navy, they'll send you here, if you volunteer and join. So I went down and talked with the recruiter, and they said, yeah, if you join the Navy, we'll send you, make sure you go where you want to go. But when the day came, they sent me back to North Carolina, Cherry Point, North Carolina, Marine Station. Then I got transferred down, working with the chief of surgery in his office, and I really liked that a lot. So I helped him with taking out sutures and stuff and, changing dressings. I moved to New York City, and I got a job working at New York Hospital, Cornell Medical Center. And I worked in Central Sterile Supply there for about a year. And then I got a part-time job at the hospital across the street, Hospital for Special Surgery. So I got assigned to the operating room in special surgery. And while working there, I got assigned to this Indian doctor. His name was Dr. Ranawat. And that became my career, because wherever he'd go to do surgery, he took me with him. And he made a lot of trips to Spain, Germany, France, India. And one of my most exciting trips was India, because we got to operate on the Prime Minister of India. We did an operation on one knee. We did a knee replacement 1 year, and the next year we went back and did the other side. I got to be so good at it, not bragging, but I got to be so good at it that he would ask me questions sometimes. What do you think I should do with this knee? What do you think I should use on this side? And I don't know if he was just testing me. And the most exciting thing about it, security was so tight. It was like the President of the United States. And I met this young lady one day. Her name was Jasmine. And I started talking to her, and God forbid, he is so good that we became good friends. And finally, she became my wife. I said, dream come true. I had one daughter from a previous marriage, and she had 2 sons, Brandon and William. And they became just like my family. And when I was working at the Hospital for Special Surgery, they took care of the Giants. And this famous doctor, Dr. Warren, he was the team doctor for the Giants. And that's who my wife, Jasmine, used to work for him in sports medicine. I was up in orthopedic, doing regular orthopedic, and she was doing sports medicine in another part of the hospital. And then when I left and went to Leonard's Hill took care of the Jets. I said, wherever I go, it look like I'm into football here, and I love football. And I went to one of the parties that the doctor had. They invited me to one of their big time parties. And I met Joe Namath there. I couldn't believe it. And we shook hands, we talked and everything. And that was like a highlight of my life. I said, wow, I'm one of the famous quarterbacks of all time. And the weirdest thing is, I look back over my life, because I was just a country boy, from the country. And I didn't have any college degree or anything. But I was able to be blessed to be able to be in this position where a lot of the doctors there, they depend on my expertise. And that was all because of Dr. Ranawat decided to give me that opportunity to work with him.